Hello, and welcome back to the next episode in our Pillars of Eternity campaign, playing as Kasemir the Cipher. Last episode, we uncovered the Leaden Key agent who had infiltrated the Brackenbury Sanitarium, and according to Lady Webb, the leader of the Cipher ring called Dunred Row, based out of Hardred House, it was none other than Theos Ix Arcanon, the Grand Master of the Leaden Key. Well, it wasn't exactly him. It seemed that it was either his soul or a part of his soul that had parasitically attached on to the weakened soul of this poor young 17-year-old lad and then infiltrated the Brackenbury Sanitarium that way, and then, I don't know, he'd somehow used his soul to take over the flesh constructs in the sanitarium and use them to attack us. So that was interesting. But it seems that the Leaden Key has an interest in disrupting research on animancy and just generally bringing animancy as a study and a field of inquiry into disrepute. So I wonder why. That is very interesting. So we've got a few quests to crack on with. We've been given by Lady Webb a sort of standing offer to bring her information about the Leaden Key's activities. So we were summoned to Dunred Row by Lady Webb, a reclusive woman who seems to know more about me than I know about her, and she's asked us to keep her informed of the Leaden Key's activities. Anytime I learn more about the Leaden Key's activities in Deerwood, I should go and speak to Lady Webb. Anything I can discover in pursuing the leads I obtained in the catacombs of the Woodican Church would be useful to her. After having run across Theos in Brackenbury Sanitarium, I let Lady Webb know that he seemed to be trying to destroy the reputations of animancers. So we've got two other main quests to crack on with. The first is through Death's Gate, which will take us to the village of Deerford. That's a little bit out of our way at the moment. The next one is Undying Heritage, which is much closer by. We have to go to Heritage Hill, which is a district in the city of Defiance Bay where we are at the moment, so we'll probably do this one next. The Acolyte showed me a vision of an ancient tower in a derelict district of Defiance Bay. There was a strange man in the tower working on some kind of machine. I also saw a woman with a scar over her heart. I don't know where she is, but I suspect that she holds the key to whatever happened there. The Leaden Key was interested in this tower for some reason, and I need to understand what it does if I'm to figure out their plans. The tower I saw looms above the walls surrounding Heritage Hill. I hope to find the next piece of the puzzle there. So that is where we are going to go now, to Heritage Hill, and we've also got another quest which we need to do there called Missing Sentries. Wyla, a justiciar in the Crucible Knights, has had several of her novitiates standing guard outside Heritage Hill go missing under mysterious circumstances. So we need to enter Heritage Hill. The gate is sealed, but Wyla told me that the guards would be expecting me, so they should let me through. So, without further ado, let's press on. We'll head to Heritage Hill. Oh, and actually, I also leveled up. I didn't even realize at the end of the last episode, but we've leveled up to level 10, so we can get another point in mechanics, which is great, and I'll just hang on to the rest of the skill points for now. And we get another Cipher power, so we can take Borrowed Instinct, which reduces intellect and perception on one foe for 40 seconds roughly, and gives us more accuracy, deflection, fortitude, etc. for 40 seconds, but it costs 50 focus. It's pretty high. Tactical Meld for 40 seconds. We get 20 accuracy when attacking the same enemy as the target. Again, 50 focus is quite high. We've got some of these tier 4 powers. Body Attunement, Mind Lance. I mean, we already do pierce damage with our pistol. Wild Leech, 10 points stolen from a random attribute. That's way too random to be interesting. Going between's not bad. An ally superficially takes on the form of a spirit. Their movement is increased and many incoming crits, hits and grazes are converted to a less severe result. For 46 seconds, that's not bad. But still quite expensive. We've got Ectopsychic Echo, 28 to 43 crush damage beam. That is pretty nice, but we do already have a beam attack, and it can be a little bit difficult to get the beams going. But you can use this one on an ally, which is good. I think you have to use it on an ally. But that requires me getting sort of behind their lines anyway. Fractured Volition hobbles and weakens the target for 20 seconds. Doesn't seem that good. Secret Horrors frightens and sickens targets for 20 seconds, roughly. I think we'll go with... I don't like any of the tier 1 ones. I think we got all the good ones from there. But Phantom Foes, I think would be a good one. I mean, all these 3 are actually all quite good, and they're cheap, only cost 20 focus. But Phantom Foes, minus 10 enemies needed to flank for 30 seconds. That means that all the enemies will be flanked for 30 seconds pretty much, which means we'll all do more damage against them if we've unlocked sneak attacks with the Apprentice's sneak attack talent, which I think I've got on certainly the main character, Kasemir, anyway. And Psycho Vampiric Shield isn't bad either to increase deflection, but that's more useful if we're melee, not ranged. I don't mind this one either. That would be, I think, quite good to use in combination with the big spells from the wizard and everything when you're fighting bosses. But for now, we'll get Phantom Foes. I think that's a good one. And we get another talent. Psychic Backlash will stun targets who try to use will attacks against me. Or I can give myself more focus. I think we go with an offensive talent. Let's have a look at these utility ones. Shot on the run. I don't think that matters. Actually, it's not the worst, but we do typically stay still. I don't know if I need any of these, like, extra burn damage, shock damage, corrode damage. I will have to double this with whatever I augment my weapon with, I think, ultimately. Corrode damage probably makes sense. Maybe shock. I'll have to see. Alright, so let's have a look. I don't think any of the defensive ones are too useful. I mean, they are useful, but not over what else we could get. I like the idea of getting the ruffian one here for extra accuracy with saber, stiletto, club pistol, and blunderbuss. It's a shame that that doesn't apply to rapiers as well, but that's in the noble category. Not that I use my melee weapon that much. We've also got Savage Attack, Envenomed Strike, Marksman, which is extra accuracy against distant enemies, which is also quite good. And then we've got all these extra damage types against particular types of enemies. Penetrating Shot wouldn't be too bad. It's a modal. It would undo the because I've already got the gunner talent, which makes you reload 20% faster. So this would offset it, but we would have more ranged damage resistance bypass. So that helps penetrating armor, of course. So that's a possibility. Marksman is not bad. I think we go Ruffian though. It's +6 accuracy in all circumstances, whereas Marksman is only against distant enemies. And we can maybe pick up Marksman or Penetrating Shot next. So I think, yeah, Ruffian is good. That'll give us pistols, blunderbusses, and saber, stiletto, club, and maybe I'll pick up a saber at some point. Not that I use melee too often. But alright, we'll go with that. Very good.
Yeah.
And that should put our accuracy now at 76. Not bad. That's quite good. Quite good. I like that. So we are quite accurate. And of course, accuracy ties into your hits and your crits.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always good to have more of it. And then we can even use Durance's ability here to give even more accuracy. So fantastic. All right, let's go to Heritage Hill. Take us 30 minutes to get there from Brackenbury. Best turn around, traveller. Heritage Hill is closed.
Mm-hmm.
Is it now? I don't relish the thought of you populating the hill with more of those things. Things you talking about? They say whatever struck down all those people sucked the life even from the grass and trees. Alright.
Hello.
The guard holds up a palm. Sorry, but this district's closed by order of the Duke himself. What's going on in there? Both guards look at each other. Look, even if I were allowed to tell you, I don't rightly know. All I can say is it whatever it is, started about 2 months ago. The guards that closed the gate talked of something unnatural that still wakes them in the middle of the night. I don't want to know any more than that. Was there anything else? I guess not. Okay.
Gods keep you.
I see the stench hasn't driven you away yet. Let me in, or whatever's on the other side of that gate will be the least of your problems. No, Wyler sent me, and I'm looking into the missing guards. So, you're the ones she sent word about. The guard looks you up and down, frowning. I was expecting her to send in a whole squad of Justicars. Not that I'm volunteering, mind you. I'll have the gate opened immediately. Just watch your step. I'm afraid we can't send anyone after you if this goes badly. Any ideas what might have happened to the other guards? None. And I've no desire to find out, if you catch my meaning. The ones that disappeared weren't the deserting type. The worst part is, both times the watch disappeared, the next rotation found the gate unlocked. I don't know whether they went in, or whether something got out, but if it's the latter, refugees are going to be the least of our problems. Have you heard or seen anything unusual? Friend, I try to see and hear as little as possible. One of the women on the last watch said she heard someone shouting from the northeast part of the district, something that sounded like an order. But I don't see how anyone could survive in there. Once or twice I've caught a glimpse of something moving on the other side of the gate. The guard shudders. I'd just as soon forget it. So she heard someone shouting. Alright. Farewell. In we go, I guess. The dead roam Heritage Hill.
Welcome.
Yes, I can hear the skeletons clacking around. Alright.
Let's see what lies this way.
Let's make sure there's nothing hidden out here, out front. I doubt it, but it's worth a look.
Be constant.
Okay. Alright, in we go. Let's see what Heritage Hill has in store for us.
I'll see what I can find.
This entire district smells like a tomb. What could have done this?
I do not know, Kana. Alright, I'm gonna let combat begin.
Word.
And I'm gonna put you there, and I'll
I'm
get you to
ready.
go there.
Following
You
your
can
lead.
start shooting.
What? Hey.
Let's get you to go after the wizard, actually.
Yes?
And actually, you can shoot that wizard too.
Yes?
Answer.
I'm
Why are you
ready.
not attacking? Let's finish that one.
Yeah.
Okay, these guys aren't too
I'll
tough.
let Margaret's fire bless this.
I guess my upgraded
How may I
armor is
help?
making a difference.
Following your lead. Let's end this.
Didn't even have to use any abilities. Even the ones that I get for free.
Let's
really.
go.
Well, except I used one arcane assault.
Yeah.
Alright, that was easy. Cool. Grab all of the loot.
Keeping an eye out.
Put it in our bags. Let's have a look around. What do we have in here? Tanglefoot trap and camping supplies.
Worth a look.
Ooh, and we have discovered a hidden thingamajig. Scroll of insect swarm and some gold. Or silver. Something twitches and shambles in the darkness between the slats. A rancid draft creeps from the house. Ominous, ominous, ominous. Alright. I don't think we can go inside that house, by the looks of it. Heritage Hill Cemetery, okay. We'll go up this way first. What was that? Revenant and a ghoul. Alright. Let's
I'm ready.
get into combat. You can use that on him. You can go attack that one.
Aye?
You can attack the Revenant.
Yeah.
Now you can use that. And you can use Blessed. And now you can use
Yeah.
That interdiction one. And you can use that.
That's it!
And you may as well knock this one down.
Aye?
Easy done.
Slowly now.
Grab whatever that is. Blood moss. Let's go up this way first, I think. Crockware, stale foodstuffs, and once priceless vases, now chipped and cracked, fill the wagon. Alright.
I'm ready.
What?
Use that.
How may I help?
Following your lead.
Can shoot that one.
I'm ready.
Moe.
I'm ready.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Let's use... What are they weak against? They're weak against slash, so let's use that one. You can run up. Start whacking him. You can use that. Now you can use that. Perfect.
How may I help?
Window. There we go. Nicely done. That was smooth.
Keeping quiet.
Bit of loot from that. Cool. What do we have here? That also goes to the cemetery. Most of this district is a cemetery, by the looks of it. More camping supplies and a mail cloth. Okay, we've got a house here. And an
Found
urn.
something.
Ooh, and a book. With some balloons. Cool. Alright. Cantha's house. Okay, so that area is clear. Guess we'll go this way. We've got another house. From here, the mansion appears deserted. Got some gravestones here. Gregor Onk. Those are all backers, I think. They get to
I've
write
got it.
messages. Ooh, and we have
Finished.
Nice, a vault with some more gold, peridot. Not bad. Alright, let's go grab that. Cool. Oops. Yeah, you can use your
What?
spells on that one.
Yes?
Yes?
Oh, that goal got just obliterated.
I'm ready.
Alright, let's run you in there.
Yes?
Yeah, shoot the doggle.
Following your lead.
Do we have any more flames of devotion? Cool. Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got more tombs. Leather armor and duelist's hat. Nice. Where does this go? Okay, we should explore that momentarily. Oh, actually it says on top there, doesn't it? It looks like someone smashed the family crest of this mausoleum with a hammer. The inscription beneath it is illegible. Okay. A small plaque at the base reads, "Freedom above all, Admeth Hadrat." Burned Lady. The inscription underneath the family crest reads, "Valtas." Alright, let's go down here.
I'm ready.
Run you forward.
Yeah.
Following your lead.
Aye?
Perfect.
What?
Can use that.
Aye?
I'm ready.
Yes?
Yeah.
Nice little bottleneck going here.
No.
Can use that. Nice. Down a bit more. Run you down a bit more. Use that one now. Use that one. And you can use that one and nicely done, Palagina. And you know what? Let's just use a fireball on them. Nice. And you can just hit that. You can hit that. And we'll use the slashing spell. Nicely done. Nice. That was a nice little choke point. The cross-hatched claw marks score this vault. What score do they give it?
I'll get it open. Finished.
A Spellwood Amulet, plus 10 defense against spells. Yeah, not that great, to be honest. Alright.
I'll get it open.
That one.
Finished.
Another level up. These vaults have already been pried open. Okay. So Aloth and Adair have leveled up. Aloth will just give you some more athletics. And you get to pick a spell. Merciless Gaze isn't bad. Spell Reflection is also not bad. Lengrath's Safeguard is also quite good. Plus 20 to all defenses and plus 10 damage reduction for 84 seconds. This will be quite useful too, though. I'll go with Lengrath's Safeguard, because I can always buy these other ones, I think. So, yeah, we'll go with that. And, ooh, what do we pick for the talents? Scion of Flame for more burn damage. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know what spells I'll end up using the most from Aloth. I don't think he needs any defensive abilities. Could give him the noble weapon focus for the scepter and rod accuracy. Don't know if any of these other ones are useful. Let's give him the scepter and rod accuracy bonus. Now his accuracy should be quite good. 78. Very, very good. Alright. Well, I think that's that area cleared. Let's go clear out down here, and then we'll maybe come back and explore that vault up there and that one there, and then these two places. What do we have? Okay, can't go over there. Guess we've got to go down here. An arbalest. Alright. Random spot for an arbalest.
Keeping quiet.
More ghouls. More ghoulish ghouls and dargles and a skeletal wizard. 2 skeletal wizards. Alright, let's rush you forward to hit that. And we'll rush you forward to hit that one.
Yes?
You need to take out the wizard.
Huh?
You're going to help.
What?
You're going to rush forward.
Aye?
And you're going to also rush forward, but to hit that one. That one there.
What?
Nicely done. Alright. And now you're going to use that. You're going to use that.
Huh?
You are going to use... Oh, there's 3 skeletal wizards. Alright, you need to
Yes?
take them out. Okay, nice. Now let's use this one.
Aye?
I'm ready.
Use that on. Okay, I think we're
How may I help?
clearing them slowly but surely. Let's just have you whack him.
The next box and that.
Okay, that worked.
I'm ready.
Palagina, you are... You've gone into your
Aye?
frenzy mode there. That's 1 wizard down. Wonder if maybe we... Yeah, let's do that.
Yes?
Finish the other wizard. Alright, this is going fine. We're gonna shoot that one, though. Nice, and now you guys are gonna
Yes?
shoot that one. Oh, they're all dead. Cool. That went okay, all things considered. Palagina took a bit of a beating. And Geared Havanus Stennis has leveled up. We dealt 200 raw damage to enemies with it. So we've unlocked the next level. We now have a 10% chance to cast Dominate on hit or critical hit. That's pretty big. So we've got to deal 300 damage to dazed enemies, or 1500 damage overall. Not bad. Okay, cool.
Laying low.
So let's have a look around the area here. We have more camping supplies there and some Stelgar teeth.
Let's see what lies this way.
Grappling hook, some oil, and a door.
Found something.
Ooh, and something hidden. Rite of Walking Shadows. Okay. Interesting. Alright, doesn't look like there's anything else around here. Goes to the tower. Can we even get in there though? Just drop a quick save. The massive stone door of the tower is sealed, and there doesn't appear to be any way of opening it. Speak the words you learned from the Leaden Key Acolyte. Probably will work. Do I want to go inside yet though? Maybe not. Let's go back to the cemetery. See if we can get into any of these mausoleums, then we'll go around and then we'll go there last. But I think we've cleared the district now of all the undead enemies. So I wonder if the sentries have anything to say about that.
Well met, friend.
No? Okay. No, we can't unlock that one. We need a key. Alright, what about this one? Ooh. Enthralled Justicars. Lyra. Alright. That's fishy. Let's
Steady does it.
get into position. A woman turns when you enter. Her wide, pale eyes shine like lamps in the darkness of the tomb. 4 Crucible Knights hover nearby, their glazed expressions fixed on her. Reinforcements at last. I hope you've come armed, because we've got to get out of here. Something about her seems hazy and insubstantial, even in the darkness of the tomb. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but you're already dead. Her eyes grow cold and hard. You'd better explain yourself, and quickly. You're a ghost, and you've been luring Crucible Knights to their deaths. She freezes in place, hovering in the air. No, that's impossible. It's only been... I can't be. The other side of the tomb is visible through her gaping mouth. She looks at her hands, seemingly for the first time, turning them in front of her. As her eyes and her mouth widen in horror, she turns to you. What have you done to me? Her expression hardens, and the Crucible Knights behind her stir. Novitiates! Attack! I wonder if we can get more information about who she is. If we load the quick save here. Just want to see if those other
Right.
Oh, I totally forgot to level up there as well. That's alright. Yeah, who are you? A commander of the Crucible Knights. I led the militia... Oh, I should do the voice. A commander of the Crucible Knights. I led the militia stationed around Heritage Hill. Securing this district became my responsibility when this, whatever it is, happened. Okay. And what are you doing here? I came searching for survivors. Only too late did I realize there weren't any. She brings a hand to her head. Her skin is practically translucent. I found myself surrounded by those creatures outside, and I had to seek refuge. Funny, isn't it? To hide from the dead in a building that was meant to hold them in the first place. She pats the wall of the tomb. Anyway, I've been waiting for more reinforcements. And what are these soldiers doing here? She looks at them, but either she doesn't notice their distant gazes and the way they sway on their feet, or she thinks nothing of it. They're under my command, of course. They heard my call, and we've been waiting on a few more to help us fight our way out of here. How did they manage to hear you in this tomb? Her eyes flash. There's something unnatural about the way she hovers, watching you. I hope you're not questioning my command. I'm warning you, I don't tolerate insubordination. No, not at all. Then if you've caught your breath, we should move on. Or move out, rather. What if I say there's something wrong with them? I think there may be something wrong with them. That's what I've been trying to tell you. We've been stuck here with no rations for I don't know how long. She closes her eyes and shakes her head. We need to leave while we're still on our feet. I see. Then if you've caught your breath, we should move out. Alright, I'm going to be leaving. Oh, that will end it anyway. The woman nods. Form up and stay on your guard. We'll have to move quickly. She begins to glide like mist over a lake, her feet barely skimming the ground. Yet as she moves forward, she blinks and holds her head. Confusion clouds her semi-transparent eyes. I feel strange, like I... She looks at the tomb around her, horror slowly dawning. Okay, so she still blames us. Well, I may as well go with that clever response. I just wanted to see what all the other dialogue led to. And we'll level up Adair as well.
Sure.
So we'll give him more survival. And ooh, what do I give a dare? Yeah, superior deflection, +5 deflection, make him even tankier. Very good. Alright. So, we'll just go through this dialogue. Who are you? What are you doing here? What are the soldiers doing here? And I think something might be wrong with them. Alright. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but you're already dead. You're a ghost, and you've been luring Crucible Knights to their death. Novitiates attack. Alright. Well, that's unfortunate. Now, maybe if we just kill her, we don't have to kill the novitiates. I don't know, let's see. So we found missing guards. We've spoken to Wyla.
Yes?
Make sure we're attacking her.
I?
In fact, let's paralyze her. And let's see if we can just...
What?
Alright. Okay, that hasn't saved the enthralled Justiciars, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to kill them. What a shame.
Yes?
Yeah.
I'm ready. For the Republic!
Alright. Well, that is a pity. We get a lot of loot for that, though. Nice.
Let's see what lies this way.
And we'll get me to open that.
Finished.
Nice, that leveled up Durance as well. Plate armor and a great
Sure.
and more gold. I don't think there's anything else here. Alright, we'll level Durance up. May as well give him athletics. And what to give Durance? I think we gave him... oh no, okay, Signs of Flame would be good for him. Give him a bit more damage. But Empowered Interdiction would also be good. The priest's condemnations of an enemy become more apt, increasing the accuracy of his or her interdiction ability. And it will also daze. Yeah, let's go with Empowered Interdiction. Or actually, let's have a look at what regular interdiction does first.
What?
Make sure I'm not getting this wrong. Oh, this already dazes. So this just makes it more accurate. I suppose that's not bad, but it's not as amazing then. Alright, well let's have a look. What else can we give him? Quarterstaff is Peasant Focus. But Arquebus is Soldier Focus. Sword is Knight Focus, yeah. So, they're all a bit different, unfortunately. Two-handed style would just make him do more damage with the quarterstaff. Could give him defensive abilities. Maybe we just give him Signs of Flame. A lot of the priest spells do fire damage, and him being a priest of Margarin as well, it does fit. So we'll give him Sign of Flame. I think that just makes sense. Leans into his specialty, and also just from a roleplay perspective too. Alright. Let's move out. So that's the missing sentries sorted. We'll have to go back to Weiler. But we'll go to the Valtus Manor next, I think.
Nice and slow.
Ooh, spooky. Broken chairs, upended tables, and shattered vases block the stairs. Splintered planks shift precariously. Make that a bit bigger. Alright. What's going on here? Seda, let us in! It's safe. Come out now. Open the door, Seda. The female Dargle sniffs the air and whirls around, hissing, Survivor! Oh, okay, so Lord and Lady Valtas and Emilo Valtas. Well,
I'm
yes,
ready.
What?
So we've got a little bit of a fight on our hands, eh? Just put that there. Nicely done. We'll use that one now. And what are they weak to? I don't know, but I'm going to use this one anyway. Or actually, maybe I should use this one. Let's use this one. Get them all flanked. And now I will use the slashy slash one. And we can use this one.
I'm ready.
You can use that one. And now you can use that. You can use your second one of that. Yeah, that seemed to do good damage. I don't know. Looked like it did anyway.
How may I help?
Can attack that Dargle. Can attack Lady Valtas.
Following your lead.
Same one. So you can shoot that one.
What?
I'm ready.
Nice. Easy enough.
Let's see what lies this way.
Ooh, some gems and some gold.
Right.
So why were they trying to get into this room?
I'll get it
Unlock
open.
it.
Finished.
It's empty. We have a Valtas groundskeeper letter. This is a note addressed to the household staff. Please see to it that the family mausoleum is swept and the marble polished. The key is hanging, as always, in the kitchen by the oven. Okay. Safe haven. I stumbled upon a bizarre scene in Heritage Hill. In a Heritage Hill manor. 3 Dargles were crowded around a door, calling for someone named Seda. Pounding on a closed door and yelling for someone named Seda. I found a letter directing the groundskeepers to clean the family mausoleum. It states that the key is kept above the stove in the kitchen. Alright, it's kept in here. Breastplate, a black and white cat, and a silver fenning. 37 of them. Very good. Wan light shines from behind the map. There's a ragged hole to the outside, as if someone dug through. Someone must have pried a section of the wall loose. Where this person went from there is the next question. Probably to the mausoleum, I would suspect. Let's go get the key. Oh, more ghouly ghouls. Alright. Let's just pull you back.
Yes?
Nice. You can use that one next. You can use... Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy.
That's it!
Nice. There we go. Let's see how we're going with progress on this. 125. Yeah, okay. Actually, I should use
Yeah.
Durance's interdiction every fight to daze enemies. What do we have here? The Deerwood Part 1, Early Colonial History, and Lord Valtus's Will. A last will and testament has been carefully drawn up on a stained piece of sackcloth. It lists Lord Valtus' various titles and holdings, ending with the following. Should no member of my family survive, it is my wish that my wealth and property be dispensed to the Crucible Knights. Let my wife and children and me be buried with my forebears in the Valtus family tomb at the right hand of Duke Hardret. Signed, Valerio Valtas, 5th Lord of House Valtas. Interesting. Let's grab that. Sada's father left a will in which he requested that he and his loved ones be buried in the Valtus family mausoleum at the right hand of Duke Hardret. I guess that's so you can find where to go. Shh. Cheese and beer, don't mind if I do. This seems to be the hook mentioned in the letter, but the mausoleum key is missing. The clues I found in the Valtus manor suggest that Sada escaped the house and fled to the family mausoleum. Yeah, makes sense. Alright.
Hello? Hello?
I'll get it open. Finished.
Cool. And what's in here? Valtus Manor Key. This ornate brass key displays the symbol of House Valtus, a crossed sword and spear. I guess that unlocks that if you don't pick the lock, maybe. Or maybe it unlocks the mausoleum. I don't know. Alright. I guess Sada has the mausoleum key, so it probably doesn't. Cool. Well, we'll go get Sada in a bit. Go to, what was this again? Acantha's house. Hello, Acantha. You look friendly. A woman bends over a roaring fireplace, feeding a splintered chair leg into it. As you get closer, you notice something unnatural about her. A certain pallor to her skin, a lack of movement beneath her flesh, even while her arms execute deft, efficient movements. And then you see the puckered flesh, ragged and bloodless, over her heart. Palagina's eyes grow wide, and she thrusts a feathered arm out to stop you from moving forward. Kasemir, be careful. She does not appear well.
It's rude to stare, you know. Don't worry. I've no mind to start anything with you. After all, I've stayed in such good shape by choosing my meals carefully.
She laughs to herself. Who are you?
A survivor, by the grace of my own careful preparations. When I heard the claws scrabbling at the door outside, I took care of matters myself. And since then, I've been careful to keep myself fresh and fed.
She gives a hollow laugh and traces a finger over the jagged hole in her chest. Do you know what happened here?
An incredible act of animancy, of a magnitude this part of the world likely hasn't seen since Engwithan times. Someone found something very powerful and ancient, and I'd bet my own preserved life it wasn't Aldhelm or his lovely assistant.
Her dead eyes glaze over with wonder. I still don't understand why this district is full of walking corpses. She spins from the fire to face you. Because someone found a way to tether their souls to their bodies, don't you see? She taps her skull with an impatient finger. So when the heart stops beating, When the blood stops flowing, their bodies still animate, and with a newfound hunger. She turns back to the fire. Those that can feed it with living flesh and essence stay strong and sharp. Those that can't degenerate quickly. Tell me what you know about this Aldhelm. His name barely merits repeating. He's a charlatan who liked to dig up pretty artifacts and call himself a scholar. The pity with animancy these days is that just about anyone can claim to be an expert. I see. She smirks. I truly doubt that. I saw you in a vision. There's something you need to do for me.
Believe me, I've heard that line before.
She laughs again. Alright, time for me to get going.
You return. What if you come seeking this time?
No, nothing. Alright.
Laying low.
Left out to rot, these potatoes are covered with wet, rank-smelling bruises. These stale loaves are as hard as rocks. Some deer cap there.
Be cautious. Be constant.
Ooh, nice.
I've got it. Finished.
Unlock that. Some more gold. How are we doing in terms of gold? We're up to 7.3. That's not bad. What's in this room? It's locked.
I've got it.
Unlock it.
Finished.
Prisoners. Okay. That's ominous. Spider fingers. Grants restore light endurance and +1 perception. Gloves, gauntlets, and braces offer a variety of benefits. While some grant protection in combat, many have magical properties that empower the wearer in other ways. It's not bad. Something or someone snapped this candelabra in two. You're not one of Icantha's servants? Please, you've got to get us out of here before she feeds on us. What happened to you? We're just groundskeepers. When the district fell into chaos, Icantha took us in. Said we'd be safe until the Knights got things under control. Instead, she locked us in here. Every week, one of those monsters who serves her comes in and takes one of us away. I don't know what she's doing, but sometimes we can hear the screams. Please get us out of here. Okay, I will, but stay here for now. Is it safe for us to leave yet? No, not yet. Icantha's kept us prisoner for weeks. Why is she doing this to us?
Light, flame, and sound.
It's a good question, and I don't know the answer. Get us out of here. I certainly will, but not right now. You need to just go along with it for a little bit longer. I want to confront her first as to why she's got prisoners.
You return. What if you come seeking this time?
I came across a group of people in the back room. She clucks. I hope you didn't disturb them. Rounding them up is quite the chore. Alright. I'm going to drop a quick save here. So I think I want to explore the tower first before resolving whatever's going on with Seder and Icantha. So, let's head back to the Heritage Hill Tower. And you know what, I'll drop a hard save. So I can go back to Icantha if I need to and free the prisoners. But let's head inside, I think. Yeah, we'll head inside. Alright, the massive stone door of the tower is sealed and there doesn't appear to be any way of opening it. But we know the words that we learned from the Leaden Key Acolyte, so let's speak them. You hear rumbles and clanks from hidden tumblers as the door unlocks. Very good.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea.
So I've got to get to the top of the tower in Heritage Hill. Alright, easy enough. That's fine. Let's,
I'm ready.
accuracy going first. And we'll use that on that one. Actually, you can use that.
Yes?
Let's get you to kill the wizard. You to kill the wizard. You can use that on that.
Stunzen exposed. Now.
Nice.
Following your lead.
Cool. Easy done. Let's grab all the loot first.
Eyes
Now
open.
let's have a look around. Some weird looking structures. What do we have here? Crumpled page from Aldhem's journal and Trindig's letter. Day 7. A week of study and we're still none the wiser about this device. Trindig remains optimistic. I don't know what I'd do without his spirit. Trindig's letter. Dearest mother and father, you will be pleased to hear that I've learned much already since coming to the city. There are many incredible ruins nearby, and Master Greg has allowed me to accompany him on a number of expeditions. I am writing to you from inside an ancient Engwithan tower. There's an entire district built up around it, but the locals have mostly left the tower untouched. They have let us set up temporary living quarters here, so our work can continue uninterrupted. It is an unsettling place at times, but Master Greg has been a constant comfort, and he is quick to remind me that the things we learn from this tower may one day help us find a cure for Widewen's legacy. I'd better get some rest now. Mr. Greg likes to get an early start to the day. All my love, Trindig. Okay. The mattress is lumpy and smells of old straw, but whoever slept here last made it neatly. Essence shimmers and pulsates within the strange device. I bet it does. Alright, let's get in there and cause some mayhem.
Following your
The
lead.
wizard.
I'm ready.
Aye?
Yeah.
Paladin's stuck in the...
I'm ready.
That's it!
Alright, that's easy.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Scanite scripture. Burn, feel thy hatred twist within thee. Feed thyself on its bile, sustain thyself on its anger. This hatred, this bile, this anger, these shall be the tools for thy rebellion. Let thine heart seethe. There is no satisfaction in open confrontation. Hide thine hatred. Let it grow that it may fester. Make thy plots in secret. The quiet slave stays in the shadows. His face seeks not the light. In darkness doth he work. In darkness doth he move. Rebel against those that seek to control thee. Rebel against those that wish to remove thee. Day 2. We've completed our measurements of the machine, thanks to Trindig's youthful agility. Further examination is required to discover its intended use. Alright. That goes up to the next level, presumably.
Worth a look.
Hello? Okay, it's just some gold. Gold is good. Alright. And let's just use that one. And
How may
then
I help?
You can use that one. You can shoot that one.
Yes?
Shoot that one.
I'm ready.
Aye?
Right.
And what does the flame reveal?
Patting the scratchy old coverlet thickens the air with dust. No one has used this bed in weeks. Alright, so that is the entirety of this Downstairs area cleared, level 1. Let's head up to the next level.
Nice and slow.
Okay, we've got a doggle there.
Found something.
That's good, actually. I think this is...
I'm ready.
Oh, actually, no, you need to go there.
I'm
you need
ready.
to go there.
Yes?
You can go there. You need to go there. You
How
can
may
go
I
all
help?
the way there. You can just...
Yes?
Okay, no wizards, which is good. Makes things easy. You can shoot that one. You can use that on that one. Let's daze them all, and then we'll start using
Så net posten där.
Aloth's spells. Let's knock that one down. There we go. Whack that one. Nice.
Let's have it out!
Let's go.
Cool.
Sure.
We must be getting pretty close now for the
Aye?
next level of Aloth's weapon here. Yeah, almost there.
Huh?
Okay, we've got some scrolls. The scroll contains a pen and ink diagram of the Adra device running through the tower. Despite copious measurements and carefully drawn detail, it gives no indication of the machine's purpose. Okay.
I shall be discreet.
The Works of the Engwithans, a comprehensive guide.
Slowly now.
More Dargles there. Looks like just the one,
I'm
actually.
ready.
Oh no, there's a Revenant.
Hello? Hello?
What do we have in here? Sigil of the Arcane. Grants Arcane Dampener once per rest. And 1 intellect. Alright. Letter from Icantha. Aldhelm, I did indeed receive your recent summons, as well as the 2 that came before it. I'd been waiting for you to present yourself on my doorstep so that I could give you my answer in person. A firm and unwavering no. I won't help you. In fact, I relish the idea of you and your team of glorified engineers sitting in that tower, sweating over the runes I've studied for years. Nothing gives me greater pleasure than knowing that my research, which you've long disparaged, is the last missing piece in your mundane little puzzle. As you well know, it's knowledge I've always valued. I'm just around the corner. I encourage you to find me should you wish to rehash this conversation in person. Yours truly, Icantha. Interesting. Alright. Folded page from Aldhelm's journal. Day 10. Patrons grow impatient with the lack of quantifiable results. They should drag themselves out of their mansions and spend a few nights here if they think it's so easy.
Keeping an eye out.
The pulling, pounding energy in the machine feels even stronger up here. Okay, that goes to the next level. Day 11. Finally got out of the tower to clear our heads. Beasts take the patrons. We'll finish the study on our own terms, our own time. Just as I said as much to Trindig, the sky came to life with stray lighting. I said it's a good omen, but the poor lad's spooked. Only cure for that is a good night's sleep. Alright, so that's everything in this little area then.
Let's see what lies
Leave.
this way.
Yeah.
Slowly now.
Onward then to the next level. Oh, we're at the top. And there's Aldhelm over there.
Margaret's
Doesn't look
fire
too good,
casts
I have to
light
say.
in dark places.
Find out how the Engwithan machine in Heritage Hill works. Standing near the device feels like being blown out by a storm gale. Blown about, rather, by a storm gale. The stone steps hum with energy. Doesn't look like there's anything
Let's try
hiding
this
around.
configuration. Still nothing. Confounded device.
Right, hello Aldhelm. A man hunches over the strange mechanism, his spine a sharp ridge rising from his arched back. He's barely clothed in filthy rags, and the patches of skin you see are mottled green. A spoiled stench emanates from him. He's so intent on his work that he doesn't notice you until your shadow falls over him. When he turns and sees you, he snarls and scuttles behind the Adra pedestal. Only his bared teeth seem to have escaped decay. His eyes are yellowed and bloodshot, but they flicker with intelligence. He averts his gaze and holds a hand in front of his face.
Shouldn't be here. What do you want?
Who and what are you?
15 years at Brackenbury. 7 tours to the ruins beyond Solace Vale. I'm an animancer. Still an animancer.
He closes his eyes and holds the side of his head, and then his eyes snap open, and his gaze lights on the Adra post with sudden recognition. He starts to turn back to the copper dials. Tell me what happened here.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
He hisses, smashing a fist into the Adra pillar. His hand makes a crunching noise, but doesn't bleed.
Forgive me. Forgive me.
He covers his face with his other hand.
Research. We came to do research on the tower. Some commission from gods. It hardly matters now.
He clenches his fists in concentration. Aloth's lips twist in disgust. If I had a copper skate for every fool animancer whose thirst for knowledge led to disaster, well, I never would have ended up in Gilded Vale, that's for sure. Yeah, stick to the present. When did the disaster start?
Something happened on our 11th night. Lights in the sky and a static charge in the air. But we were so careful. We were staying in the chambers below. Trindig, my assistant, said he saw a robed figure lurking around the tower. Wore a mask. Carried knives at his sides. A trick of shadows, I told him. The next morning, we felt strange. Like we hadn't eaten in weeks. So dazed that we didn't at first notice the blood around our beds. The strange wounds that had appeared overnight. And the machine. This cursed spire. Dormant for 2,000 years. Lifeless through hundreds of our experiments. And we wake that morning to find it spinning on its own. On its own! How can we stop what we couldn't start?
As exciting as the prospect of a living machine may be, I suspect that, Given mention of a machine and a masked figure both, there is another explanation.
Years I've been doing this. Years. I know how these things work, but I don't know how this happened. Nowhere to go. That's the problem. Their souls are trapped here like flies in a jar, clinging to rotting meat.
He turns to you in a sudden burst of passion. He gazes at the forsaken district beneath the tower, and gestures at the streets. Souls are trapped here. Interesting. You do seem like you'd know a thing or two about flies.
There's no time for jokes! There's no time! This machine, I have to figure it out while I still can.
He shakes his head and looks at you and runs his tongue along the edges of his fine, strong teeth. He quickly looks away.
It has the power to manipulate souls, but why? For what? And how many others lie buried in the ruins of Erglonfath? No. Focus on this one. It's imprisoned our souls in our bodies. Cut the root between essence and flesh. Left a dwindling soul stuck in a shriveling husk.
He screws his fists into his eyes. What happened to the rest of your team?
By the time I realized what had happened, the district had already been sealed. So we fed when we needed, and locked ourselves in the tower to work. And then there came a time when the hunger struck, and there was hardly anyone left.
You're not like the ghouls in the street.
Not yet. But I will be. My body is dead. My soul, imprisoned in this corpse, only makes it seem otherwise. And as the body decays, so does the mind. Until nothing is left but the hunger. The only way to forestall the process is through a regular infusion of essence. Living flesh is the only ready supply.
Something gurgles in Aldhelm's throat, and he grimaces. He heaves and retches, eyeing you strangely.
I'm not proud of any of it. Hunting men and women in the early days of the affliction. Picking off soldiers that came to investigate. But I'd do it again. I'll do it as long as I must to end this disaster.
One shaky hand scratches at his bare, sore-eaten chest.
You could help. Help me end this. Help me find sustenance.
His eyes glitter, and he licks his lips with a cracked and shriveled tongue. There was a stranger in the tower the night this happened.
I didn't see him. My assistant, he saw him. We laughed. Said he was spooked by the cemetery. Perhaps it was already too late. I don't know what he did. But by morning the machine was on and we were slain. People were already on the streets, complaining of neighbors and family members acting strangely.
He hesitates, his lips working soundlessly as if he can't remember or can't say his assistant's name. Probably ate him, I guess. Alright, how can I help?
Not your help I need. It's Harridan, shrew. Squanders her research on frivolities, then refuses to make herself useful. Runes. The runes are the last part of the puzzle. Acantha knows them. She gives them to you, and you can turn the machine off. Release our souls.
Aldhelm snarls, and he shivers, scowling. Acantha knows the runes, eh? Wait, runes? The Engwithan runes? She can read them? He speaks of this feat so blandly. Let's talk instead to this Harridan, Kasemir. I'd pick her thoughts a time. She wasn't there. Oh, she wasn't here the night the machine came on, staying with her patron somewhere near. Too good to be burdened with our ignorant company. If Acantha knows the control words, then I don't see why I need your help.
Help! I help you, yes. You bring me the words and something to keep me strong. Then I show you a secret about the machine. Something to make you strong. Acantha was here, in Heritage Hill. Must be here still. Clever lady, that one.
He traces his fingers along the copper runes and dials, and he shivers and frowns. Alright. Okay. Pallegina clenches her jaw, her eyes narrowing suspiciously. Descanto! His condition has turned him into little more than an animal. Don't do it. So, I've got to find Acantha. He flinches. Oh, we lost only 14 copper and we earned 1100. Nice. He flinches but attempts a polite smile. Between his ragged lips and large teeth, the effect is disconcerting. It's something you need. I should focus. He grips the Adra pillar. Must focus. Remind me about Acantha. Acantha, yes. She gave you the words? The words to command the tower. No, not yet. I need to ask you about something else first. Find her somewhere here in the district. Okay, farewell. Alright. Well, let's go and find Acantha now. We may as well go speak to her. Oh, we should see what this does. A jagged Adra pillar rises in front of you, encased in stonework and run through with copper veins. Unintelligible runes cover the panel. Let's inspect the machine. A sunburst of copper filaments surrounds a dial that looks to be about twice the size of a hen's egg. The filaments cross and diverge, ending in bead-tipped nodes. Each wire has a point of origin somewhere along the edge of the dial. Runes are inscribed around the dial. Okay, let's leave the dial. And let's drop a little cheeky quick save, and I want to see what happens if we turn the dial. Nothing happens. Okay. Alright. Okay. Let's go and get Acantha. A winding staircase runs through the core of the tower, providing access to all levels. Alright, well, we'll go to the bottom. We've already been through the other levels, so I don't need to repeat that. Go and speak to this Acantha lady. Hello, Acantha.
You return. What if you come seeking this time?
I need the words that operate the Engwithan machine in the tower.
That fool Aldhelm. He sent you, didn't he? I can hardly believe he's had the cleverness to survive. That simpleton thinks he can understand how to use something without understanding what it is, or why it is.
She laughs, a noise that blends the crunch of dry leaves with something piercing and white-hot. You feel a hot core of pride smoldering at the center of her soul.
He dabbles with ancient and powerful devices, with all the finesse of a blacksmith. He sends you here to petition me for aid after years of disparaging my research. I'll bet he didn't even tell you the tower's name, did he? That's his problem. Always looking for solutions without caring for meaning.
She shakes her head as she pokes at the fire with renewed ferocity. Alright, tell me the Tell me the tower's name.
Ter Nuneth. It's called Ter Nuneth. They built the machine atop it to contain souls, hold them in place. But the others I've seen, machines scattered all over the Deerwood, are relays, built to move souls.
Acantha closes her eyes. Her voice is suddenly soothing. She stands and turns to you, wiping parchment-dry hands on her clothes. Okay. Why would the Engwithans have wanted to tether souls like this?
Perhaps they didn't. Perhaps that's why they built no other machines like this one. We now see the Engwithans as masters of soul manipulation, but they couldn't have attained their expertise without copious trial and error. Perhaps this was one such experiment.
And where would they move souls?
Another mystery. Hypothetically, anywhere they wished. The real question, as always, is why? To intermix them the way a player shuffles his deck, the way a farmer rotates his fields? To collect them, like butterflies under glass? To melt them down for raw essence? Unfortunately, I don't know.
You seem to know a lot about Ter Nuneth.
I read the runes like a journal. I understand their meaning. People like Aldhelm try to read them like instructions, and in so doing, they miss their true meaning completely.
Okay, so how do you operate the machine atop Ter Nuneth?
Back to these Tinker's concerns. And what would you do with these tethered souls if I told you?
She crosses her arms over her unmoving chest. I don't know yet, actually. To be honest, I don't know. Haven't thought about it.
A level of humility rarely found in my line of work. Most refreshing.
I could help you, but I won't. The pride lodged in her soul flares up, twisting into the shape of something that writhes and squeals within her. Here, I have specimens aplenty, and time enough to observe them all. It's every scientist's dream. My answer is no. What? But what good is observing all this if you're going to hoard it for yourself? Tell her, Kasemir, an entire language at your fingertips, and she hides it away. You're dead. Why does any of this matter? Because my research will outlive me. I'll have time and opportunity enough to accomplish more than any animancer in the history of the field. The pride sparks and squalls. And who will know about it? The pride thing flickers as the flames around it abate. All I've learned, years of studying the Engwithan language, no one understands it better than me. That counts for something. Your opportunities here are finite. One day, that knowledge will die with you. The pride hisses and sputters. It's little more than an ember now. You're wrong. But there's no conviction in her voice. I'll build it forever. I'll cling to it. That will give me something. Teach me what you know, and I'll make sure that it grows and your legacy lives on. Your words finally quench her pride, and all that remains is a blackened, diamond-hard rock. You cast it away, where it melts into the darkness.
So be it. My studies and efforts shall grow through yours.
Her voice is calm and quiet.
These are the words you need.
Her cold, dry fingertips rest on your temples, and you feel her reaching into your mind, forming images from the darkness. Runes flash through your head, but they're no longer just pictures. They have meaning, and you understand them. They're commands. Something triggers in your mind, a distant memory unearthed from a past life, long since buried. You can see a vast array of runes, far more than Acantha has shown you, and you know their sound and their meaning and how they fit together. The language of Engwith once more at your command.
Something has awakened in your mind. You understand far more than I ever did. Take this knowledge then, and do what you will with Ter Nuneth. Now that you understand its purpose, it will serve you in whatever way you wish.
She retreats from you. A speaker of dead tongues now, and so he surpasses a hundred frustrated scholars in the matter of a few moments. I don't suppose you could look at a few books for me. Yeah, I still don't understand why the Inguithans would want to build a machine that tethers souls. Perhaps they didn't. Perhaps that's why they built no other machines like this one. We now see the Inguithans as masters of soul manipulation, but they couldn't have attained their expertise without copious trial and error. Perhaps this was one such experiment. Certainly. What do I do with the tower now that I know these words?
Turn it off, I expect. That will be easy now that you can read the runes. The vessels would still roam, but striking them down would return their essence to the cycle. But be careful. That machine controls hundreds of souls, and that volume of essence could easily overload it. Improperly channeling the essence would destroy the machine along with the souls. It would be a terrible loss for posterity.
I don't know. Destroying it seems like it might do this place some good. You said the other towers around the Deerwood were constructed to move souls. Why would the Inguithans have wanted to do that? Another mystery. Hypothetically, anywhere they wished. The real question, as always, is why? To intermix them the way a player shuffles his deck, the way a farmer rotates his fields, to collect them like butterflies under glass, to melt them down for raw essence? Unfortunately, I don't know. And remind me, how do you know so much about the tower? I read the runes like... Okay, we've heard that before. As with the rest of those, explain how the control words work. Harnessing the power of Terra Nuneth is about understanding what it was designed to do. You know the words and their meanings. You can speak them, and the tower shall obey. Okay, that's all. Thanks. Alright.
Always a pleasure to speak with someone who appreciates true learning.
The vampire smiles with bloodless lips. I'd like to ask you a few more questions about Terra Nuneth. Alright, no, that's all. Okay, well, that was interesting. I think we might leave it there for this episode. And in the next episode, we'll figure out what we want to do with the tower. But as always, thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you in the next one. Take care.